Pat Metheny once said this:
I can pretty much hear all 12 tones on any chord now. And that was something that took a long time to get together.
On the flip side, my first jazz guitar teacher told me, jazz improv is 10% playing the notes you hear in your head and 90% damage control, cleaning up the messes we make when we fail along the way or pretending we played those wrong notes on purpose. So how do we get beyond that type of playing and catch up with Pat? Pat says it took him a long time, which means he learned to do this. So if it is learnable, can we learn to do this? How long can we expect it to take us? Is there a way Pat could have sped up his process? Is there a way for us to speed up ours? In this video, I'm going to show you 3 ways to level up your ear and play with the Metheny-like level of accuracy. If Pat had grown up with access to method 3, he could have accomplished this in just 27 minutes. After using the shortcut in this third method, my student Sergio said this:
The true breakthroughs began with his way of teaching ear training. I truly believe it's the best way for you to discover what you truly sound like.
If you're a returning subscriber, hit the like button, drop a comment, let me know what you're working on. If you're new here, I'm Jordan, and hopefully by the end of this video, you'll consider subscribing. When Pat talks about hearing all 12 notes over any chord, he's talking about what I call musical fluency. Like a native Spanish speaker doesn't need to translate from English to Spanish one word at a time. Pat doesn't need to translate music theory into sound. He just hears an idea and plays it. No thinking, no guessing, just the language of music. So how did he get there? And how do we get there? Let's break down the 3 methods available to us. Method 1, the standard approach, ETA, 30 years. This is the usual advice: learn intervals, perfect all of your scales, modes, and arpeggios, transcribe solos, learn tons of standards, repeat for decades. This is likely the path that Pat would have taken, and he admits it took him a long time. So for the rest of us, probably longer. If you practice 5 to 8 hours a day and gig multiple times a week with musicians that are better than you, you might be able to shave this down to maybe 15 to 20 years. Method 2. Emotion ear training. ETA, 4 to 6 months. This method is a different way of training your ear. Instead of comparing 2 different notes like interval ear training, you learn to recognize a single note by how it feels in the context of a tonal center. It's an emotion. Think about it like this. If I ask you to write a sad song, what do? Well, you grab a minor chord. Why? Because it feels sad. You don't need to analyze or compare anything, you just know. Now, here's the key point. Each of the 12 notes also has its own emotion in the context of a tonal center. And once you learn to feel these emotions, they will become as clear and obvious to you as major and minor chords feeling happy and sad. Here, check this out. What do you feel? To me, that sounds scared, like we're in a haunted house and we hear a noise. Listen again. Can you hear it? If you found yourself hearing The Simpsons and you knew that this was a tritone, that's awesome, but I've got 3 questions for you. Did you know the note instantly without thinking and without singing? Can you do this with the same accuracy for all 12 notes? Do you know what each note will sound like before you play it? If you answered yes to all 3 of my questions, that's amazing. You might already have attained musical fluency, or at least you're getting close. If not, don't worry. Emotion ear training will help. And here's the 3-step process. Step 1, set up a key. I like to play 1-5-1, C, G, C. Step 2, play 1 note. Try it in a few octaves. Ask yourself, what emotion do you feel? Listen to this note on repeat until you're able to answer that question. Once you've got it, using that emotion, give the note a name. Come up with a story for it. Treat it like a character. Then, find a body movement that expresses that emotion. Do this with each note, one at a time. Train your body and your ear to respond together until you're able to know what each note is the instant you hear it. That is musical fluency. From the time I met my teacher, Alf Bashai, here in New York City, who showed me that emotion ear training was possible, until the point where I mapped out all of my emotions and body movements and could identify any of the 12 notes instantly, it took me about 6 months. If you are as slow a learner as I am, that's about how long you can expect this process to take you. If you're a faster learner than I am, as I assume Pat Metheny is, you might be able to knock this out maybe in 4 months. But I can help you speed this up. Method 3, practical perfect pitch. ETA, 27 minutes. Practical perfect pitch is not about being born with freakish hearing. It's about learning to hear one note and instantly knowing what it is, or flipping it around. It's about being able to hear the note in your mind before you play it, to being able to play the notes you hear in your mind 100% of the time with the same level of accuracy that Pat was describing. It's just becoming fluent in the language of music, and it is learnable. Pat Metheny learned to do this, but he admits it took a long time to achieve. You can attain practical perfect pitch as well, but way faster. I took everything my teacher Alf Bashai showed me about emotion ear training, everything I discovered during the 6 months of emotional exploration that followed, and everything I learned from teaching this ear training method for the next decade at Fordham, New York University, and to the hundreds of online students in my jazz guitar mentorship program, and I've put it all into a free course designed to get you to practical perfect pitch as quickly and effectively as possible. Inside this free course, you will find the exact emotions I hear in all 12 notes, so you don't have to go looking for them. You will find the names, stories, and body movements I came up with to help myself learn to instantly recognize each one of these notes without intervals. You will find playlists that you can download and put on your phone so you can use them to practice anywhere, no instrument needed. And you will find my best practice tips for getting started, speeding up your pitch recognition, and fixing the #1 problem that I and most of my students ran into, and you probably will run into as well. If you'd like to go it alone, I would encourage you to try out the second method. Give yourself a few months to just sit and listen. Come back in half a year and drop a comment down below. Let me know how it's working for you. If you want my help and you want to speed this process up, click the link in the description and grab a copy of my new course. It's free, it's fun, and with a runtime of under an hour, if you set the playback speed to 2x, you'll be in and out in just 27 minutes.